story about dragons and friends. Do you guys like dragons? I think you'll like the story. And also apples. If you like apples, then you'll like the story. So once there was a little blue dragon. You know what? He lived in this house all by himself. And sometimes he gets lonely. He said, I wish I had a friend. So you know what? He went out into the world to look for a friend. First, he saw this black little squirrel. He said, will you be my friend? No, I'm too busy, said the squirrel. So he went to the riverbank and then he met a fat gray hippo. Will you be my friend? Said the dragon. No, I'm too tired, said the hippo. And then so dragon went to the pond and he met a slick green crocodile. There he goes. Will you be my friend? No, I'm too grouchy, said the alligator. So you know what? Dragon sat under a tree, still wishing for a friend, and then suddenly, plop, an apple fell on his head. Just then, a little green snake was slithering by. He hid behind the dragon, and you know what? He decided he was gonna play a joke on the dragon. He was gonna pretend he's an apple. Hi, dragon, said the snake, pretending to be an apple. And the dragon looked around. Who said that? I did, said the snake. And the dragon looked all around again, but he didn't see anyone. Where are you? Said the dragon. I'm right here, in your hand, said the snake. But the dragon's holding an apple. The dragon looked at the apple in his hand, and he scratched his big head. I didn't know that apples can talk. Oh, but we can, said the snake. Would you like to be my friend? Said the dragon. Oh, yes, laughed the snake. At last, a friend, said the dragon. So the dragon took the apple home and built a warm, cozy fire. He told spooky stories to the apple, and he told funny jokes all day long. They talked all day long and all night long. You're a good listener, said Dragon. Good friends are always good listeners. And Dragon fixed the midnight snack. He mixed cookies and orange juice and ketchup all together in a big bowl. And then Dragon scooped some of the food onto his plate and then some of the food for Apple. All right, Apple, just say when. So he kept pouring. But the apple did not say anything, so he kept pouring, just say when. Keep putting. But the apple still didn't say when. So the dragon scooped the rest of the food onto the apple's plate. Well, I'm glad that we both like to eat so much, said Dragon. Good friends should always have a lot in common, said Dragon. And then Dragon ate all of his food, but he was still hungry. Apple didn't eat any of his, so he was like, do you mind if I eat some of your food? Asked the dragon. But the apple didn't seem to mind. So Dragon ate up all of the apple's food too. You're a good friend. Good friends always share. That's good. The next morning, Dragon awoke with the sun. Good morning, Apple, said Dragon, but the apple did not answer. So Dragon went to the kitchen and he made breakfast. And then he finished eating and he tried to wake up the apple again. Good morning, Apple, he cried, but the apple did not answer. He's getting a little worried, so Dragon went outside for a walk along the riverbank. And then when he came back, he tried to wake up the apple again. Good morning, Apple, said Dragon. But the apple still didn't answer. And Dragon got worried. He called the doctor. Doctor, my apple wouldn't talk to me. Oh, maybe it's a crab apple, said the doctor. No, I think he's sick, said the dragon. So, Dragon took the apple to the doctor's office and they sat down beside a big walrus. What's the matter with you? Asked the walrus. It's not me, it's my apple, said the dragon. It won't talk to me. And the walrus stared at the apple and he was like, yummy. That's what the walrus was thinking. Dragon needed a drink of water. Will you watch my apple for me, please, while I go drink some water? And the walrus said, sure. And then, when the dragon came back, the apple had changed. It was not round anymore, it was not shiny anymore, and it was not red anymore. It was this wet, skinny, and white. Uh-oh. I think the walrus ate the apple. What happened to you? Are you alright? Said the dragon. But the little white thing did not answer, so he wrapped his friend in a piece of paper and carried it home. Don't worry, everything will be okay. They went home, and then the little white thing turned into all mushy and brown. Oh, are you hurt? Are you sick? But the apple did not answer. Are you dead? And still there was no answer. Dragon scratched his big head and started to cry. His friend just died. The next morning, Dragon went out into his backyard and dug a hole. He put his friend into the hole and covered it with dirt. Dragon made a sign. On the sign, he wrote the word friend. Dragon was very sad, and he cried every day. He didn't want to eat. He didn't want to sleep. He doesn't want to leave his house for a long, long time. But after a while, Dragon stopped being so sad, and then he cried less, and then he began to eat and sleep better. But you know what? He's still very lonely. He still wants a friend. So one day, many months later, Dragon walked out into his backyard. He was still feeling lonely. Dragon sat under the big tree growing in his yard. He wished for a friend. Suddenly, something fell out of the tree and hit Dragon on the head. Plop. It was an apple. And you know what? Dragon looked up and smiled. He has so many friends now because the tree is full of apples.